Hi, everybody. And now we're on to page 10, the last page for our lecture today. I really want to spend some time with it, but I'm also trying to be cognizant of the fact that you have a lot going on. I want you to focus on the first part of this page. You will not get yours either. You'll get something far better. This is in response to the big ghost's claims that he's merited something in life. What does Lynn say? It doesn't matter. What you're going to get is so much better than you could possibly imagine. Because, in fact, as he says later on, none of us deserve this. The big ghost is so afraid of asking for bleeding charity that he's not able to recognize that the entire point of heaven is because of what Jesus did on the cross. That he, through his own blood, purchased for us salvation. That it's our job to ask for it. And especially in this time of Holy Week, it's important that we remember that. That the only way that we can ever enter truly into heaven is to ask for it. And to receive it on its own terms, and not to seek to dictate to it. If you look down towards the bottom of the page, what isn't true? Asked the ghost sulkily. You weren't a decent man, and you didn't do your best. Well, none of us were, and none of us did. What is that trying to say? It's, again, just trying to harp on this fact that no one deserves heaven. And that's kind of the beauty of it. That's also why later on, Lynn says to the big ghost, there are no private affairs. That's why public confessions were a thing in the Middle Ages. It's because there was this deep understanding that any sin committed was a sin committed against the entire community. And that it was your job to go and make amends to the entire community because that's who you sinned against. Because you hurt them. Because you hurt the kingdom of heaven. In a sense. And then what is your job? Well, your job is to ask for forgiveness. And that's exactly what this glorified being is doing, this Lynn. He was a murderer, and yet he goes to this ghost and he says, will you forgive me? I came here to serve you for as long as you may need someone. But he's also completely honest about the fact that he didn't like him on earth, and yet that's exactly what he needs forgiveness for. See, there's a deep humility first, but also mixed in with that humility is a deep self-knowledge. Humility doesn't mean thinking less of oneself. Humility means thinking of oneself less. Lynn isn't trying to put down on himself on the things that he's done in life. Rather, he's trying to put them in the right context. What I've done in life, yes, was deplorable. But it doesn't matter in this space, in this heavenly space, because I'm in union with God. And he's redeemed me. And he tells me over and over again that I'm beloved. And that, yes, even though I am a sinner, because I've accepted him, because I've accepted him on his terms, which means that I desire to do better with my life and with my eternity. Therefore, I get to be in union with him for forever. Another thing that we'll get to is this idea of location, right? The murderer Lynn says over and over again, who's to say that you won't be put above me in heaven? What is he saying? Well, maybe you will be glorified more than me, but you in your ghostly form can't recognize what glory even looks like. And it's not my job to say whether you'll be glorified more than me or not. All that I can say is that I want you to get to be glorified. Right? I want you to have a body that's real like mine. So come on the adventure. As we continue to read Lewis, I really want you to think about the book as just that. It's an adventure with God, a time to get to really contemplate what it means to be loved by Him in a complete way, and what it means to try and journey towards Him for the rest of our lives. Thanks everybody for your attendance today. I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow.